Coming up in this week's video, my dad finally admits to going bald, we unleash our master woodworking skills, and last night's curry fights back with a vengeance. Join me for another big update on the van build. Good morning campers, and welcome to another day on the van build. Where are we up to right now? Right, you saw us fit that last piece of ply in last week's video, I think, and unfortunately we lost 2 tape measures, which meant that we couldn't carry on with trying to build an arch box on this side. But we have got some wood. We have found the tape measures, I can happily report. We have found them, I've just briefly lost them again. But in the meantime, I've attached another piece of ply onto this side of the van. So this piece is now ply boarded. We've also got another piece of ply to go on that far edge there. The cover on the side door, we've already got that because that came off the van. It's a plastic trim side door thing that has the holes for the handle catch and stuff. All very professional here. And I've also got the same for the back doors as well. So I'm going to worry about ply lining them. So what's in store for today? Well, we've had a little bit of a delay on some products being delivered for the electrics in regards to all the electrical gubbins that's going to go underneath here, and also the Max Air fan. So that'll probably be next week's video, but we have got some exciting upgrades to show you today. We've got some swivel bases to put in the front, which will make for a great foundation for a lovely dining area at the front there. We're also going to be boxing in these wheel arches, both of them, attaching the ply to the side there, and we've also got one major upgrade for the front head unit. We're going to be taking out the old Renault system, which looks like it's from the late 90s, and putting in a brand new 10-inch touchscreen Android Auto, all the bells and whistles, and bringing that dash into 21st century. Now, we've already done some woodwork on the wheel arches here. It's just behind there in the storage container. But before I show you that, let's get to work on the head unit. This thing here, which I think is something from the 90s, I think. It's got radio and some phone controls. You could connect your phone Bluetooth-wise to this van, but it wasn't very user-friendly, should we say. The heads-up display is kind of non-existent at the top there. Just shows the time. You can scroll through the menu, but it's a right pain in the arse. So I thought a little upgrade will be good. So that's what we're going to be installing first this morning. The Atoto F7XE 10-inch head unit. Here's a couple of tech specs about the Atoto F7XE. It's got a 10.1-inch display, which is one of the main selling factors that I liked. Full HD. It supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it's also steering wheel control compatible. So I've got some volume up and volume down knobs on the side of my steering wheel, and I've managed to get some extra little bits of kit. I mean, we're absolutely inundated with wires here at the moment, from a company called Dynamic Sound, I think, with a company that I brought a adapter for. I think it was like 50 or 60 quid. That's going to be able to make this head unit, which is, there it is, a big old Bertha for the front of the cab there. It's got a lovely touchscreen to it. 6 controllable buttons: home button, skip, volume up and down, on and off, or mute. That's going to be a huge upgrade. Not there, sorry, going in there. Just need to figure out a way of getting it in there and what cable goes where. Wish me luck. Right, after loads of pushing and pulling and fiddling around, I've managed to get the cage onto the singled in kind of input here on the van. A little bit of blood there from my thumb, by the way. Nothing like a good war wound when you're doing a van build. So that's officially in, but obviously I need the official fascia, should we say, is that what it's called? Is it called a fascia? I think it is, isn't it? Just to be able to make that look a little bit more pretty on the front there. Now we can make some adjustments to the screen, because I'm happy to report that the screen isn't fixed. It is adjustable, so I can loosen a couple of screws there, and I can heighten it and bring it up. It's a bit tight at the moment, so I'm not going to force it. But that sits about bang on, right smack in between the 2 vents there, so it's not going to affect the vents. And I can also still store stuff in the top there. Sweet. Alright, so a quick update on the Atoto head unit. I've been running it now for the last 7 days since I filmed the last clip. I've still got a couple of things that I need to install, one of which is the DAB radio aerial that's going to go on the windscreen at some point, and I've also got an additional microphone here that I can install as well, just in the corner. This looks like an old microphone from a different head unit that was installed in here at some point. But I have got an additional mic that came with the Atoto unit that I might install while I'm at it. I'm going to have to drill a little hole in the top here at some point, just to feed some cables down the front of the dash to maybe come around the back here. And I've also got a reversing camera just there that needs to be plugged into the wiring of my reversing light. Then I've got a connection at the back of the Atoto unit that I can plug in the video feed, so when I go into reverse gear, the reversing camera comes up. But let's turn the ignition on. I'll show you what kind of functionality we've got. I can change my brightness on the fly to half brightness or full brightness. That's night mode. You can see you got a little moon symbol up there. Half brightness, full brightness. Go into the menu. I've got Android Auto right here. I've got my USB connections, I've got SD card connections, I've got radio, DAB, which hasn't been connected just yet. But it's a very snappy menu system, and I've been running it for the past week, and it hasn't slowed down at all. It's been really quick and really responsive to all the inputs that I've given it. And if I ever want to connect any additional cameras, I can also do a live feed right to the rear camera or a front camera, and I think your AV in stands for just a general video feed. So yeah, I've been super impressed with it so far over the past 7 days. And once I got it properly installed with the DAB aerial on the windscreen, the additional microphone, and also once I've plugged in the rear view camera, I'll give you guys an update on what everything looks like and how it all performs probably a few weeks down the line, once I've found someone who knows a little bit more about electrics than I do, so I don't want to start snapping wires around by the reversing light. Brilliant piece of kit from Atoto. I'll leave a link in the description below, including a discount code, and let's get on to working on those wheel arches. Right, cross your fingers. Yeah, perfect.
Good. You got a spirit level?
Spirit level.
Have you got a spirit level?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it level? Is it level? The middle one?
Can't even see it.
Is there a bubble in it?
No, you've lost all your fluid. It's all gone.
Oh, drat. Oh, it hasn't, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's leaked. This one works, Brendan. I can raise it like that. Then it's level now. And then you can actually put your top.
Right. We're making a very schoolboy error here. Do you know why? Just let's have a think about this. Right? Maybe you guys have already cottoned onto this. Why are we using a spirit level?
Well, that's what you said.
No. That's what you.
You get a spirit level, you said.
No. That's what you.
I've got one here for you.
No.
Mine's broke.
Someone please leave a comment. Who mentioned a spirit level
You
first?
did.
No,
You did.
No, you did.
You said, well, I need a spirit level to get that level there, you said.
I said, I need to know how to measure the height of that. And you said, spirit level.
No, I didn't. You said spirit level.
Anyway, maybe you've already clicked onto this. Why are we measuring the levelness, is that a word, of the back of this van when we're not even parked on a level surface? I'm going to say 34. Well, let's go with 35. Let's go with 35. How long would it take you to do what we're doing, right? If you're a professional in this field, leave a comment below. How long would it take you roughly just to build a box around that arch? I'll be interested to know. It might take us 3 days.
I'm not saying nothing. Brendan's a bit perfectionist. He likes to do his own stuff. I hope it comes together for him.
Hey?
I said, I hope it comes together for him. I hope he, you know.
And if not, it's...
You live and learn, don't you? Live and learn.
Live and learn, yeah.
Live and learn.
You've got to make many failed attempts before you make success. A little bit of progress. This is where the arch box has got to so far. Oh, not too bad, if I say so myself. This is where we're at. This is the arch box. Not too sure we needed these pieces necessarily here. But have I proved you wrong slightly? A little bit? Just a tiny bit? Just a little tiny bit? You probably thought it was going to go a lot worse than that, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
So
we haven't finished yet.
We haven't finished yet, no. But it's not going too bad. So, this is how it goes in so far. Oh, if I can get it in. So we've built up at the back here. We've also put a little supporting beam down the bottom there as well, just to give it a bit of strength at the bottom. We're going to do the same on the other side. Piece supply on top, piece supply on the front, piece supply on the sides. Job's a good one. I ended up taking a bit of homework home with me and managed to finish off the one wheel box, which may I add, I was particularly happy with. One wheel arch box, complete.
Oh, you've done it again, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've oh.
It's going to be a bit of a recurring theme today, I'm apologising for that.
What did you have?
I had a butter lamb, onion barges, kashwari naan, chips, and coconut rice.
What's the new blade like? It's a lot better, isn't it?
A lot better, yeah.
Okay, another one.
Both arch boxes are now done. This one is ever so slightly wider / thicker than this one. I would like to say that is by design, but it's not, but it does serve a purpose. So we did use a lot more wood building this one out, to be fair. This one's slightly heavier, slightly more robust, but it is going to be housing the 2000 watt Renogy inverter at some point. It's going to be mounted at the back. I tell you what, that's one thing I didn't take into account, was these things. That was also by design as well. I made sure they were a certain height, just missed that. All very precise measurements here, but you know that's not true. So yeah, the 2000 watt Renogy inverter is going to be sat here. The rest of the electrics are going to be mounted on this 9mm ply. I know 9mm ply is slightly thicker than what is regularly used on ply lining a van. I think it's normally 6mm your standard. But the reason why I got 9 was because there's going to be a kitchen unit going across there. And there's also going to be a fold-out sofa going across there as well. So it's important that we had ply that was thick enough to be able to attach things to without it ripping out, hopefully, in the event of an accident. We filled these in with some big fluffy insulation that will hopefully do a little bit of a better job at the sound deadening and insulating these arch boxes. While this goes overnight and while I start work on the van again tomorrow, I'm just going to get this side piece supply here painted in just a neutral white paint that can be applied straight to wood. You might be thinking, oh, why are you painting it? I was in two minds whether to paint it or carpet it. If I carpeted it, although I've heard from various different sources that the chances of carpet burning up with very minor electrical installs is very, very low. But I just thought, just to be on the safe side, the family's going to be in the van with me as well. I think anywhere where electrics are going to be mounted to, especially the inverter, the 2000 watt inverter, let's just have some bare wood and some paint. The carpet that we're going to be using for this build eventually, in a future video, is really good high grade stuff that you use for automotive carpeting. But yeah, I just would prefer, I think, having the safest option of just painting a board, putting some electrics on, and not having to worry about any fabric around the electrics. Let's get taping, let's get draping, and let's get painting. Well, we've got both arch boxes on now. So they're all done. Haven't painted that side yet, but that side is now completely painted and dried, including the box here as well. So we'll put the battery back in the box today, get it all secured down, get it ratcheted down. But we're gonna get that piece of ply on, get some swivel bases fitted. That's gonna be a big update today, to be able to make that front dining area possible, to be able to swivel the two front seats. But first, before we do that, and while we fit that ply, we need to disconnect the vehicle battery, just so we don't have any issues when we start unplugging seatbelt pretensioners a little bit later on to do those swivel bases. So let's get the vehicle battery unplugged, fit some ply, fit some swivel bases, and hopefully this van will look a lot different. Come on, baby. What was it you say? Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah.
You've said that about 6 times during this build.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, I think it needs to go here. So where's the pen?
Carry on down.
Where's the pen? Is that bloody pen gone again?
Oh no! You've lost the pen!
Yeah.
Oh, drat!
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, folks. We ain't got a pen.
I've got a pen. It's here.
You've got it, have you?
I got it.
Look at the top of my head. It's been working with Brendan. Look.
That's particularly brave of you. You're always saying, don't film the back of my head. Aren't you?
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens, you see.
Let me get a hat on. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah.
Right then, okay.
In fact,
What?
I'll cut this one. I'll cut this one.
You can carry on.
As soon as I've done the lines, I know where I'm cutting, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be all right, this. This is going to be okay. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, let's give that a go. Try and keep the pen at a certain angle.
That's very good, Brendan. It's very good. That's very good, Brendan. Right.
Okay, that is that piece of ply on. There was a piece of 12mm ply just down the bottom of there, a batten of it, that for love nor money I could not find out where it was screwed into or how to remove it. But I think it was there to level up the base of those two sides of the van, because that would have recessed a hell of a lot more. So that's now on. We've got some self-tapping metal screws on most of it, and then we've got some wood screws countersunk at the bottom. I'm quite happy with this ply actually. Nice painted ply on the side now. Most of this is going to be carpeted, like I said, and at the back underneath the bed is going to be where the electrics get attached to. And then I'm thinking carpet this side, carpet that side, carpet the door panels. Yeah. Okay, should we crack on with the swivel seats? Go on then, let's do it. Okay, so these are the swivel bases that I've gone for, from a manufacturer called CTA. Piastra Grivoli swivel plate. Maybe that's swivel plate in, what's that, Dad? Italian? Piastra Grivoli?
That looks like a meat dish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Spaghetti meat dish.
Yeah. Piastra Grivoli.
That's
yeah,
what it
I'm having
is.
that for tea tonight.
Yep.
So yeah, the CTA ones apparently don't need the manual handbrake moving, which is a real benefit. And this is the seat base itself. It'd be interesting to see actually. It doesn't look too complicated. It looks like it's already assembled. You've got bolts in it. You've got some fitting screws here. We'll know if there's a cable attached.
Yeah, just a little message, folks, right? Brendan's using my tools, you know, but when the job's finished, I'll have half of the tools that I started with, all right?
Yeah. Okay, right, let's keep that safe.
Nothing's gone bang yet.
That's the belt.
Stick it back in there. Stick it back in there, Brendan. You don't lose that. Just stick it back in there for the time being.
Yeah, good idea, yeah.
Go on. You got it. Bang! Yeah.
What's your best French accent? Can you do French?
A little bit.
Look at the camera and say, 500 years later.
500 years later?
Scottish, but that's all right. Just like that. Who said that?
Tommy Cooper.
Just like that, Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper.
The chair's out. Actually, the simplest chair removal I've ever done.
Yeah, good.
There was no pre-tensioner clip underneath the passenger side. Anyone confirm that in the comments if you've got a Renault Master Mark III? Do they have a pre-tensioner belt on this side? Haven't seen one. There wasn't one attached. There's no lights on the dash. The only one that we can visibly observe is the one underneath the driver's seat. So then
the new bit goes on.
it goes
Like
on.
that, into the holes that are already like
Like that.
yes, dead on. That's it. And that goes round. Undo, you got to undo your belt, haven't you? Sometimes.
You don't need to undo your belt. It's just gonna stretch behind you, like that. And that's it. That's your swivel base.
Put your armrest down.
Your
Okay.
armrest.
And that will go then round here, won't it?
Let me sit in here.
There you go.
Hang on. I feel like a little kid with my feet dangling down. There you are. That's in that mode. Right, one base done. Let's go on to the driver's side. Let's take that off. What have we got hiding underneath here then? Right. This is some of the old ambulance electrics. That right there looks like the pre-tensioner.
So then airbags might go from my face then?
Yes, they might do, yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't actually know how to disconnect this one.
Oh, so I'm definitely getting out then.
Right, after a quick 3 minutes on YouTube, I figured it out. You press in that little black tab there, it unplugs, as simple as that. This is the part that sits underneath the seat and that goes into the flooring of the van. And this is the part
That you stick
that's
somewhere
attached,
else.
well, it's attached to the seat. So we'll just leave that dangling in there for now. The battery's been disconnected for long enough,
Right.
and we didn't have a bang. That's a success.
Good.
Okay, let's get these bolts out and get this driver's seat off.
Go on, lift it up then.
Can you see
Yes, there's a cable.
it attached?
Yep. No, there isn't.
There isn't?
I just pulled it off.
Okay.
That's the one you... I think that's the one you
Took off, was it?
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably was, yeah. And that wire there will feed through there.
That's it
Right,
then.
that's in.
Let go of it. Let go of the cable. That's it.
That's tight. I'll come around your side. Oh, bonk the head.
Take your hand on that edge.
That's it. Right. We're in. We're done.
Spin it. It is in the way.
Hang on.
It's going to hit it right on there. Is that as far as you go back?
No, I think you've got to go. I think you've got to do this.
Go the other way round.
I think you've got to do that,
No, still catching.
and then do that,
Try it.
and then do that.
Ah, yes. Go on, keep going. No, well, it's nearly there, but it's bending the arm. Bending your handbrake arm. Nothing to do with the seat. Nothing to do with the handle. It's the frame of the seat.
It's the
frame.
It's the frame of the swivel.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, pointing the camera at me. To be continued on another time. I'm going to need to spend a bit of time underneath this seat, cable tying up the right cable just to make sure they don't get in the way. Spend a little bit more time on how this is actually going to swivel round. More updates to follow in the next video. There is a way of doing this. In fact, somebody did send me a message on Instagram and a video. I can't remember his name now, but thank you to that gentleman who showed me exactly how the seat works. There is a knack to it without having to move the handbrake. But thank you for joining me for this video. If you've got any tips on how to turn this particular swivel base seat, the CTA swivel bases for the Renault Master Mark III, particularly on the driver's side, then let me know. We've reconnected everything, no airbags have blown, no warning lights on the dash, so I call that a success. I just need to learn the knack of how to do this. If you know, then let me know below. But thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, Dad.
All right, okay. All right, see you next time.
And I'll see you in the next one.